Okay, here we are. Shoulders are going to roll up and down a couple times. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Just 2 more times. Inhale up, exhale down. Let's step out, turn out those toes, zip up those abs, lengthen that tailbone, rise up on those toes, check your balance, pull those ribs down and in, and come back in. Add a little mini plie, demi plie, and keep that going, please. I wasn't playing my music very loudly because last week when I went to put it on YouTube, it said that in Malaysia, no one could listen to it because of the music. Fortunately, we're not there. Anyway, last two. Last one, stay up on your toes, bend those knees a little deeper, sit into that plie, feel those quads start to burn a little, lift and lower those heels. Four, three, two, heels up, legs up, shoulder rolls, tap. Then swing. Make it a little bicep curl. And as you make that bicep curl, make a fist and tighten. So you actually feel like you are creating an isometric contraction. Arms in front, bicep curls here. Toes in front. Keep those biceps. Keep those biceps knees up. Good. 3, 2, just change your hands, palms face back, bend your elbows, press down, press, press. Triceps. So I really want you to kind of do your best here to emphasize that you're pressing and getting some action in those triceps. So you have to really create an isometric contraction yourself. Good. Let those arms rest. Poor arms. Bring them across your body. Bring your knee across. In a moment, we'll leave it on one leg and double time it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Step it out. Big deep breath in. Sit down in your plie. Pull your abs in. Lift those heels. Stay in that plie. Go low enough you feel your quads working. Heels up and down. Four, 3, 2. Stay up on those heels or toes. All the way up. Back to those biceps. Palms up or tight fists to really engage a little more. And toes in front. You can turn your thumbs up to get more of what we call a hammer curl, or you can keep them open this way. You can rotate them to the side. That's where your biceps make them look really pretty. Add your knee lift. Good. Keep your palms facing front, press your elbows straight, straight. So knuckles to the back using those triceps. I'm hoping that you guys are squeezing enough so that you really kind of start to feel these. 4, 3, arms can rest. Up and over to those knees. In a moment, we'll double time it. 4, 3, stay on a leg and double time. Last 2. Big deep breath in. Shoulders out of your ears. Bend those knees again, but this time the tailbone goes back. Slide your shoulders open. Lift your chest. And then round just the upper back. And then open, round, open, round. One more time. Open, round, open. Now keep those shoulders down, but pull your belly button in and drop it. In and drop. In and drop. One more. In and drop. Keep all that in extension. Tailbone is going to tuck under and lift way up. Tuck under and lift way up. Tuck and lift, tuck and lift. Two more, tuck and lift. You put all that together. Tuck your tailbone, pull your belly button in, roll your shoulders, and then one more time, tailbone up, shoulders out of your ears. Drop that right shoulder in, look over your left, and back through center, other way. Good, back through center, shoulders out of your ears. Big deep breath in. Exhale, bring it down. All right, starting kind of easy, or you can make it as easy or as difficult as you want. Bring your band on the floor. Create a long tail over to your right, so at least a foot long. Step on it with your right foot. Step in with your left foot, feet apart. And then this is important. Bring your band into your right hand, palm facing me. So you should look like this. Okay, band across and then up. Then hold on to that band. Lift your right arm, straight arm, slightly up, thumb side up. Then turn, oh, something weird just happened on my iPad. Hang on a second, I'll fix that. Turn your heel in and lift and lift. That's so bizarre. The cat didn't do it. She's having a bath. Huh, I don't know why that happened. All right, anyway, you should be working a little bit of balance, the outside of your left leg, and a little in your right shoulder. So lift and stretch, lift and stretch. So side to side, we're gonna do something similar later, and it'll be front to back. If you wanna work this right leg a little bit, bend into that right knee, so your quad is engaged the whole time as you continue this movement. Make sure your left toes are pigeon-toed, right? Look down at your left toes. Make sure your right arm is straight. I bit mine, sorry. Bad example. Last two. Last one, hold it. Leg off the ground. Bicep curl here. Pulse up. Bicep, pulse. Or just lift. And relax. Woo. Drop that, and we'll do the other direction. So you're gonna step on the band, leaving a long tail to your left. Step in with your left foot, and then with your right. Cross the band over to your left hand. Shoulders out of your ears, palm facing front. Lift that arm up away from your body. Turn your right toes in, straighten that leg. Sorry, I didn't mention that last time. Try not to let that knee be bent, but you can bend your left knee if you want more action there. And then you lift both your left hand and your right leg at the same time, lifting. Feel that work in your right hip and outer thigh and your left shoulder. Few more here. Last two. Good. Lift. Option the bicep curl or lift the arm and pulse a little faster. Wait on that left leg only. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, ow. I hope you felt that. All right, have your chair handy in case you feel like you need to use it for balance on this next one. So similar idea. So we're going to step into it with the, sorry. Oh my gosh. Hold on to it with your left hand. I am having issues here. All right, there we go. All right, sorry. Okay. Tail in front of you towards your chair. Step into it with your right foot. Sorry. See, Tom, I get confused too. And then you're going to put your left foot into it against it. It can go across your arch. It can go lengthwise if you feel like your band will hold it in place. It's totally up to you. And then we're going to keep the band in the left hand, so we're not crisscrossing this time. We are going to bend that right knee, and then we're going to hinge forward. So you're in a nice angle here, and then you're going to bring that left arm forward, as you lift that left leg. Make sure that right knee is bent, tailbone is long, and then we're gonna lift both. Arm goes straight forward, leg goes straight up. Check your posture, make sure you're not rounded, you're in extension. Make sure those abs are in. Can you bend that right knee a little more? Adding on, you can bend your elbow and turn it into a bicep curl, or you can keep that work in the shoulder. Totally up to you. Whichever you feel like might want more today. Hopefully you're feeling it. Last two and last one. Stand up. We're going to switch sides, then we'll come back and do something very similar. So again, step in first with your left foot, I guess it is, right? I'm so confused. Right foot, left foot. Oh my goodness. I was right the first time. No, I wouldn't. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, step on it. I got it, finally. Somebody intervene here. Step on it with your left foot. It's in your right hand. You can take your right toes, point them down, and press that band back. Woo, sorry. Okay, bend that left knee. Again, make sure you have a good grip on that band with the opposite foot. And then we lift. Left knee is bent. Right arm is straight. Right leg is lifting. Make sure you're working the other leg since your instructor was so confused. I might not put this on YouTube. Couple more here. Last two. And last one. All right, now we're going back over to the first side again. And we're gonna set it up the exact same way as we did a moment ago, right? So step on it with your right foot. Band is in your left hand, and then your left toe step into it like that, right? Okay. However, this time you're gonna bend that back knee. So when you hinge forward, make sure you're in a hinge, not around. Make sure that right knee is bent. And then we are going to bicep curl this, or excuse me, we're not going to bicep curl this time. We're going to hold that arm out because now with that knee bent, we're going to just push back for now. And that should give you a little more glute action, I hope, and a little hamstring. And then if you wanna, you can keep reaching with that left arm forward. You don't have to. You can just hold it out to your favorite tension. Last two. Last one. Hold it here. Give me a pulse, pulse, pulse. And relax. Woo, we will stretch that in a moment. Back to the other side. Long tail. Step on it with your left foot. Bring the band into your right hand. Step your right toes forward and down so your heel is towards the back of the room. Bend your left knee a lot. Hinge forward, bend that right knee, and you're going to press back. And then you're going to keep that left arm, right arm straight in front of you, or you lift it at the same time. Really flex through that back heel and push. Good, hold it back here, pulse. And relax. Woo. Drape your band for a second. Left ankle crosses over your right leg. Sit down into it. Stick that tailbone up in the air, arch that spine, and then round it under. And then arch it again. Cross that leg all the way over. Stand it up. Lean, and then go the other way. Beautiful. Cross that right ankle over the left thigh, sit into it. Really extend that tailbone up, shoulders together, and then round it under. And then stick that tailbone up again. You're gonna bring that foot down, sit deeper, stand it up, lean away, and lean in. Beautiful. All right. Probably no chair this time. Depends on your band. Doubling it up will make it harder. If you have a red band, you probably want to double it, or if it's yellow or green. If it's blue or black, you may not want to double it because it'll be strong, but we are going to work our lats and they are stronger. So, back in that plie position from the beginning of class, but I want you to claw your feet out a little farther on each side. Bend down till you feel that really deep love in your quads, tailbone under. Arms out in front of you, but up a little higher. And then I'm just holding like this. I'm not death gripping. And we're just going to start with a lat pull. So I'm pulling my arms down and out at the same time. So elbows go down and out. Feel those muscles working. And then sit a little deeper. Rise up on your toes. Sit a little deeper. Good. So I'm bringing my heels and my hips down, but I'm never coming all the way up. Stay in that little plie the entire time. So barely come up. So you keep those quads active for me, please. Two more. Good. Sit down. You can bring those heels down. Roll those shoulders out of your ears. Stay in this plie. Bring your hands a little closer together. Rotate to one side and back to center, other side. Not a big deal, except I want you to see what's going on with your legs. Nothing. Should be absolutely no movement in those hips or legs. And then bring that down, shoulders up, press it up. All right, we're going to use that chair now to take a seat. All right, you do want to have your band folded this time, well, not folded, but you're going to put that band on the front of your left ankle or shin. And then bring the tails into your left hand. Sit tall and just bring your hand down for now. And extend that leg out a little, right? I'm doing a really small range of motion. This is a quad extension. Don't want to have a ton of pressure on here. But we're going to add on by bending the elbow slightly. When we press the leg up, you push the arm back. So you should be getting tricep and quadricep at the same time. Press back with your hand, pinky leads the way as you lift and flex through that quad. Make sure you're not dropping back. You're sitting nice and tall towards the front of your seat. And again, you create your own tension here by pressing back. You could even crisscross if you need to, if your band is slipping, and that will create more pressure. So I've got an X behind me. I did have an X. I guess you have to crisscross in front. There we go, Flo. I swear, you guys, I'm okay. All right, keep that going. I missed a few of these, sorry. Last 4. Press back and down. 3, 2, 1. Press the leg up, push the hand back, hold the leg, press the hand, little bend and straighten, straighten, straighten. Should be topping off that tricep. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, same thing other side. You figure out how you want to start with that leg. If you want it to be tougher, you're going to crisscross in front. I'm going to start the same way I did on the other leg and then change it. Right hand by your side, pinky facing backwards. Right leg is going to kick out. Right, mine is actually slipping on this side, so I'm going to have to double it up. There we go. All right. So as the leg kicks, the arm straightens, right? Bend both, straighten both. Bend both, straighten both. So you get a little bit of slack, but not a lot. If you want to work harder, you make sure you don't have much slack. Pressing that arm nice and straight. Good, last 4, last 2, and last 1. Hold it, give me a pulse with that arm. Just leave that leg up, 4, 72, 69, 84, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna work our chest just a little bit. So what we're gonna do, unfortunately I have a cushion. You have a cushion also, but it's called your glutes. So you're gonna sit on that band. And then you're gonna bring your palms to face forward. And you're just gonna press up and out in a slight V. Now, obviously, the tighter your grip, the more you're gonna be working that chest. You can come close grip. I like this a little better, a little nicer on the shoulders, in my opinion. But I hope you feel this on the front, right here of your chest. Last 3, 2, and 1. Woo, relax that down, shoulders out of your ears. And now we're gonna come on up. We're gonna pull that on off of the chair. All right. We're going to stand on that band with our left foot and grab it with our left hand. We're going to step back with the right leg, bend the left knee a little bit. Pretty simple here. We're just going to start with the elbow leading into a row and bring it slightly behind you. And then when you're ready, you're just going to lift that back leg nice and straight. Just 2 more like this. Stay here. Left knee is bent, right leg is extended. Turn your palm to the back of the room. Straighten the arm. Keep it nice and straight and just lift your arm straight. And relax. Let's do that on the other side. So move your chair over, step on your band with your right foot. Bring it into your right hand, bend your knee, lean on it to start with. Shoulder out of your ear, just a rowing motion to start with. Feel that back here, posture muscles. Really important for so many of us. When you're ready, you add that back leg lifting at the same time. The last 2, hold it up and give me a straight arm, palm to the back or palm to the sky and straight lift and lift, lift. And relax. Ooh, shake that out, shoulders roll up, back and down a couple times. All right, we are headed to the ground. We're not done, of course, but we're just gonna come on down. Have your chair handy, please. Bring your band with you. All right, so we're gonna start, and you probably do want to double up your band for this. Bring it around both legs at your thigh, and then you're gonna grab it. I'm just gonna come through the loop, but then I'm gonna grab the tail. If you're able to knot yours, tie it up, you can. But then what's important is you have to knuckle down with that fist to keep that in line. And then knees are stacked and hips are stacked. Waistline is off the ground. Let's take a Pilates V with your feet and then press that top leg open until you feel tension in the hand that's pressing down and that top leg. And then from there you push open more, open more, open more. Good. So you're never closing, you're just opening more and more and more. Hold it open, just press against it for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax that down. You can keep that where it is, but you're just gonna switch over. I'm gonna switch my grip, it's just a little easier to have the tail in your closest hand to the, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Knuckle down, lift that waistline, heels together. Good. Press up until you feel tension, and then from there, push and push. Last two. Last one, leave it there, pulse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, relax that. That should have kind of topped off those outer thighs and that booty. And then we're gonna roll over onto our spine. Bring that chair where you can reach it with your feet. Now we are gonna fold that band in half. If it wasn't, I think everyone had it folded in half. You're gonna slip one hand through that loop, right? And the other hand is gonna hold the band, but you're gonna wanna try to hold it with long fingers, not gripped. You're gonna lay the band across your hips. Try to get all 10 fingertips on the ground. Try to get your wrist close to the ground. Try to get your forearm, your elbows, your triceps, and most importantly, your shoulders on the ground. And then move your chair where you can just put your heels on it. Press your arms straight, feel your triceps engage. And then as you're ready, you're gonna lift those hips up against that tension. You should feel your booty working. Bring your big toes, your heels, and your knees together and press up. Keep your arms down, pressing down. Press up, press up. Keep going, pressing up. Triceps engaged, shoulders flat as possible. Lifting, booty work. And relax. Take that band around behind you for a moment. Give those hamstrings a little stretch by pulling those knees in nice and close. Maybe even take a little rock here. All right, we have another round of those because I know you enjoyed them so much. So again, hand goes through the loop, palm flat, other hand holding onto the tail there, hands by your sides, nice and flat, shoulders out of your ears. Press your hands down, press your forearms, your elbows, your triceps down. And then once again, we're gonna lift up against that, but this time we're gonna straighten that right leg and add tension to that left glute. And then once again, push up against, push up, press up. And then come down, take a little break, untwist your band if yours did crazy stuff as mine did. I think I might have to invest in a new one. All right, long fingers, deep breath in, all parts of your arm on the ground, shoulders too. Lift up into that bridge, left leg to the sky, and we push up. 2 more, and relax. And then once again, we'll just take a quick break and bring that band behind the thighs. Take a little rock side to side. All right, and I don't think you're gonna need your chair again, so you can go ahead and slide it out of the way. All right, from there, keeping that band doubled up, you're gonna bring your hands just a couple inches apart like that. We're gonna stack our knees into tabletop, deep breath in. Exhale, ribs come down, shoulders out of your ears, reach those arms long. Exhale, float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground, and bring that band just to the right thigh. And then keep reaching those fingers long, stretch, 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 shoulders out of your ears, extend that left leg up. I want you to press in with your right thigh as you push away with your fingers, and then come back to center, and do the same thing again, and center, and reach, and center, and reach, and center, and reach, and center, and reach, and center. 4 more like that. So the reason that my iPad isn't getting knocked over today is the kitty cat's having her last and final sulfur bath. Leg stack tabletop. Right leg up in the air, deep breath in. Push that left thigh in as you reach long with those fingers. But she'll be back. Next week should be back to excitement again. And relax. Take a little break, hug those knees in. All right, bring your feet down on the ground. Bring those hands around behind. Palms are facing you. Feet are on the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend your elbows. Use your biceps as much as you need to. And bring yourself up. But even though you might be able to do roll-ups without the band, I want you to take your time so that as you come up, you articulate each vertebra and you see if they're nice and even. We're going to do the same thing as you lower down. Think about tailbone tucking under first, and then evenly both sides of the sacrum, top of the sacrum, and then low back a vertebra at a time until you get to your ribs. And again, just be as aware as possible of how that spine is moving. So we're going to do a few more of those on your own pace, but I'm suggesting to you that you maybe take it a little slower than usual. When I go really slowly, I actually kind of want to use that band. And of course, that takes all the momentum out of it for anyone who is used to using momentum on roll-ups. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to stay lying down. Oh, that's nice. All right. When you're down, bring your hands right above you, shoulder width. Band is doubled up. Press out towards your pinky. So instead of keeping slack in the band, I want you to stretch it a little bit. That should engage that upper body a little more. Lift your shoulder blades off the ground, flatten them down, lift them up, flatten them down. One more time, lift them up, flatten them down. Now, when I press them really far down, my ribs lift up. So with the shoulders still down, and you can lower your hands a little towards your knees, pull the ribs in, but don't smash the low back, right? So pull the ribs in, and then as you're ready, lift those legs tabletop. And then we'll start a toe touch or a heel tap, but nice and slowly again, so you can see, does one side of your sacrum move? And if you want to add on a little more, with tension on that band, bring it above you, and that should also change it up. You can make this a heel tap, keep your knees squeezed together, or You could even bring those arms a little farther overhead. They're not going to rest on the ground overhead. Make sure those ribs are pulled in, back of the neck is nice and long. And one more, and then you'll just hug that band in again. Take a little rock side to side. All right. We're coming over onto our forearms. So if you need to double up your mat for elbow comfort, please feel free to do so. And maybe go ahead and unfold your mat at this point. Bring your hands elbow distance apart, shoulders out of your ears, holding onto that band. When you're ready, tuck your toes under and lift up into regular plank. Then you're going to spin towards me. You're going to take that top arm, you're going to row it and loosen up on your band as needed, and then open to the sky. And then bring it back down, rotate back through your forward plank, opposite direction, row, and then open. Back to your forward plank. Hold it for a moment. Spin. Elbow lifts first, row, and then straighten the arm. Open to the sky. Back through center, forward plank. Rotate. Row. Lift, stretch, and back through center. One more. Each direction. Pause, then rotate, row it, open it, back through center, hold it, twist it, row it, lift it, back to center, and just sit back in resting position. All right, we're going to do one more version of that plank, but we're going to start by folding the band in half. Bringing it underneath your armpit on each side. So you're going to hold it like this. Mine's going to be a little short, but you're going to do your best here. Actually, I'd love for y'all to have yours doubled. Just for length, I'm going to have mine unfolded. Back down on your elbows. Try to get your pinkies on the ground, but have tension in your band. And then as you're ready, nod yes, lift your chest, pull your abs away, baby plank. Option to stay here, option to tuck your toes and hover your knees still bent, or option to straighten out your legs. And then once you're there, see where that band is. See if you can just push against just the band. So it's not a hip lift, it's not a big movement, it's just the tiniest press. Tiny press, tiny press, tiny press, right between those shoulder blades. A few more here. And relax. All right, spin around, seated position. We're going to take those bands across the tops of your feet, and feet are pretty close together. And then bring the tails behind the arches. So this is for safety, right? So it looks kind of like that. So across the top of your foot, and then around behind the arches. And you're going to grab hold of those tails. The tighter your grip, the easier this is going to be. So a longer tail is going to be easier. All right, all we're going to do to start with, actually, you know what, we're going to lift those legs in balanced position, tabletop. And we're going to try to move the upper body down and up without moving the knees away from us, right? So that's why that tighter grip will make it easier. So we're using our biceps just as we did a few minutes ago to do that roll up. Try not to kick the feet away. If your knees are in the view, I should see them the whole time. Don't kick those feet. Don't kick those feet. Nice. Good. Beautiful, Erin. All right. On this next one, stay up. Straighten the legs. Bring your arms up. See if you can maybe lift and lower the legs without with the arms, right? So just lift and lower the legs. It might be small, A minute ago, you wanted to move those legs, so there you go. You get to move them. Good. Then take a little break. All right. So the next thing, we're going to turn this into the teaser. We're just going to put those two things together. It's not a rock and roll. It's not swing over, swing up. Instead, it's everything is dead to the world, lying flat. And then you bring everything up in that beautiful V, lift as tall as you can, and then everything lies down. Deep breath in, exhale, everything comes up in that V, lift tall, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then everything comes down. Let's try 2 more, and then we'll hold at the top. Last time. Hold at the top, squeeze the shoulder blades down, lift those arms a little higher, and then bend, and relax. Untangle. Good news is, it is stretch time. So go ahead, take that band, just double it up, and bring it across your shins. And hug that down and in, so you get a nice deep stretch in that low back. And then press your shins against that band to bring your tailbone down. And then use your arms, pull it in, and pull it away with your shins. And then let's make that a circular motion. So as your knees come up and in, they come left, through center to the right, and down through center, up and over to the left. Tailbone is down, now it rolls up, curls up, over to the right, and back down. Let's reverse that. Knees come up and in towards the right, tailbone rolls, and our knees go left, and then back through center, and one more time, over to the right, and back through center. Let's go ahead and put the left foot on the ground. Bring that band behind your right hamstring. Biceps are going to work here. You can let that knee just hug in. Now, I know not everyone needs this, but this will just give us a little extra here. Keep that rib to thigh connection by holding your biceps in, and then flex that heel towards the sky. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to lasso your foot, either across the arch or, even more fun, lengthwise on your foot. Because you're going to start to straighten that leg and just hold on to the band with your right hand. And now we're going to do a nice articulation through that foot. So pull those toes back, press the heel towards the sky, and then push the ball of the foot against the band and then the toes. And then pull the toes back and the ball of the foot pulls back and the heel presses up. And we'll do that one more time. Press through the ball of the foot and the toes, and then just bring your leg to the right. Elbow will rest on the ground. Then reach over with your left hand, grab that band, straighten out your left leg, turn your right toes in. Let's do that same thing with this IT band stretch. Point your toes up in the air, press the ball of the foot up, and then toes come back, ball of the foot comes back, press the heel up and on a slight angle. Beautiful. And then we're going to come back through center with that. Flex through that heel. Tighten your grip as much as you can, really feel that hamstring stretch, and then keeping that leg as straight as possible, as close to you as possible, push your tailbone down. Oh, interesting. Good. Bend that knee, cross that foot over the left thigh, and let it drop open. And then we'll thread that needle. You probably don't need your band right now. Thread that needle, thread. Extend that left leg up in the air, give it a point and a flex, and then cross the right knee all the way over, hug your knees, and then open and let them drop left, please. Slide your left leg straight, bring your right leg back through center and straighten it out. And just see if maybe that right leg might feel a little flatter. And then let's go to the other side. So right knee is bent. Band is doubled up and it's behind your left hamstring. Biceps are working, so you can pull that leg in really close. Try to get the ribs and the thigh to touch. And then flex through that left heel and push it towards the ceiling. And while it's still in where you can reach it, lasso it either sideways, or if you liked that band being lengthwise on your foot, do that, and then press that leg straight. And then again, we'll articulate those foot bones, so press the ball of the foot to the sky, and then point those toes. Try to keep your left shoulder down, by the way, ribs flat. Toes come back, ball the foot back, heel presses. And then ball the foot up, toes up, point, and one more time, ball, toes back, ball the foot back, heel. And then we're just gonna let that leg drop to the left, let the right leg open. You can put your left elbow on the ground for support if that works for you. And then reach up and over with your right hand, straighten out that right leg, turn your left toes in, IT band stretch, try and get your right shoulder on the ground. Press through the ball of the foot and the toes. Toes come back, ball of the foot comes back, heel presses, and a little angle deep in that stretch. Put that left foot on the ground outside of your right thigh, let it rotate open. Figure 4 stretch, and then thread your needle, right toes, point, and flex. Bend that knee, cross the left leg all the way over, arms into a T, knees drop right, please. Good. Gently straighten the right leg, bring that left leg back. Reach your arms overhead for a moment. On the exhale, flatten those ribs. Gently make your way up or over, however you need to get there so that you're on your hands and knees, please. All right, well, it's December. In December, the cat cow and the cat turkey, actually, become the cat reindeer. Okay, and it can be Rudolph who makes his little beak sound like, or apparently the real reindeer don't make a hoof sound. Somebody told us yesterday they make more of a, I don't know, I forgot already. I'm having a day. All right, so here we go. Roll into your cat stretch. Open up into your reindeer, whoever you choose to be. Nicely done. Exhale, cat. And reindeer. All right, tuck your toes. Press those hips up in the air. You're gonna pedal one heel down at a time. Beautiful. Wide stance. Walk yourself back. Bend your knees. Hands on your thighs. One more time, cat. And one more reindeer. Bring it up. Thank you all very much for being here. Apologies for being kind of whack today. And if you want another trivia, please and thank you.